Jeez Louise. Oh, I forgot. Hello. There we go. Forgot when I do that. And we do this. And we do that. And we do... Oh my heavens. What am I? Oh yeah, okay. We are investigating to see if we can find somewhere to hide. Or to go. The judges section. Sung Young's body lay behind it. She was hidden from the view of the stage. There could be another collapse here. It won't be safe. Tables and chairs for judges are located in front of the stage. Sung Young's body is not visible from the stage since they blocked the view. So because we were up here, we didn't see her? Possibly. The audience area had been hit with the most damage. The ceiling had completely come down. There was an exit on each side of the audience area, but this one was completely buried. It would be hard to find anything from this side. This spot suffered less damage compared to the other side. An exit sign was dimly lit. There are some gaps where they could crawl through the wreckage. An emergency exit is near the back of the audience section. People escape through the exit. Underneath the collapsed ceiling, a small chasm could be seen. Couldn't we get through there? He checked the audience area, but couldn't find any safe spots. He looked towards the right of the stage. Oh. The focus of Do-Yoon's attention moved from the broken steel frame to the ceiling. This side looked much worse. The steel frames completely gave way here. It was just a matter of time until this place collapsed more. There was a staff corridor to the right side of the stage. It's blocked by a pile of concrete rubble, so it seems impossible to open the door. They could also use the exit on the other side to get to the backstage area. It won't hurt to check out the other side. A staff-only passage linked to the back of the stage. In order to use the passage, a pile of concrete blocking the entrance must be removed. Thank you, Fred. Oh my god. For the jump scare. Oh my god. Me when Do-Yoon buries the stars. Thank you for this scare. Hi Tanner, hi Fred. Would you like me to catch you up? Because this is already the third stream we've done of this game. I can do a quick recap. This was the steel frame that used to support the roof structure. The force must have been intense enough to bend the steel frame. Okay, so thank you, Jan, for the redeeming of the biscuit. I appreciate it. My brain shut down and I forgot what I normally say. Okay, so this game is Buried Stars. It is a Korean visual novel where we are following these idols in this like, hi, hello. We're following these. I uploaded the first stream of this onto YouTube, so if you want like a better understanding of what's going on, I'm gonna upload the second one sometime this week, maybe. So it's these stars. It's kind of like American Idol-esque type thing where we're getting voted on who's the idol that moves on, whatever, right? But because of some skeevy business tactics, they ended up building the arena somewhere where it wasn't really that safe, and it crashed down. Everybody got out save for the idols and 2 staff. One was the producer and one was just like a background staff guy. We just found the producer's body, and it seems like she got crushed and concrete hit her head. However, Do-Yoon, who is the character we play as, he found something suspicious about the way that she died. Like, it didn't make sense because he's like, there should be multiple pieces of concrete, but there was only one, because she has an injury on her hand. meaning she protected her head from concrete falling, but there's a piece of concrete next to it that has blood from where it hit her head. So it's like, why is her hand injured if there's only one piece of concrete? So everybody's like, what? No, whatever. So nobody questioned it, but Do-yeon has it like a sinking suspicion that something is very like wrong, but he doesn't know exactly what. But right now, we are currently trying to see if there's a safe way to get out because everything still is collapsing, and the help team was like, hey, we can't do anything for you right now, and we don't really have much service because there's just a shit ton of people and it's fucking up the service, so we can't really get in contact with the help team outside anyway, to tell them that, hey, we gotta start moving somewhere else because where we're standing currently is very dangerous. And yeah, it's, I don't know if there's anything else at the moment. So that's what we're doing right now. We're currently looking to see if there's another way out. Or another, like, somewhere safe we can kind of hide in. One moment. Sorry. I had to talk to Mama Miao because before stream, which is why I was kind of out of breath, my puppy, well, he's not a puppy, my old fart of a dog, he threw up because he was given something he shouldn't have been given to eat. So I had to clean that up. He is okay now, but he kept trying to freaking eat it. I was like, stop, you just threw it up. The right side of the stage looked pretty bad. There could be additional collapse. They walked to the left of the stage. This spot has suffered less damage compared to the other side. This steel frame was the only thing holding the ceiling up. Wait, I wonder if there's a way. I would love to show you the characters. Oh, well, here we go. So Do-yeon is who we play as. He's known as the Betrayer because when he first got into the contest, he joined with his band, but they told him, hey, we don't like your band, we like you, and instead of, like, sticking with his band, he just said, fuck it, we ball, and he kind of, like, left them. So he's known as, like, the Betrayer. Then we have Ju-young Min, who she used to, before she came into the show, she was in a band. The band wasn't doing so well, and she ended up leaving. She has anxiety and stuff, so, but people don't believe that she has anxiety, so they make fun of her for it. They also make fun of the fact that she left her band, abandoned them, whatever. Then we have Ha Sang-so, who is, I don't know if I'm saying the names right. I'm probably not, so you know. But he did some, he was very violent in school or something, and he beat some kid up, and so now that came out about him. Then we have Ina-oh. Not much is known about her, so a lot of people make fun of her, saying that she was probably, like, she's the fakest one out of all of them because of the fact that, there's nothing known about her past, so they, say that she must be fake and stuff. He was Silver Spoon, born in his mouth. His dad was like a famous singer. He decided to do the same thing, but he wanted to kind of like try to do it without people knowing that his dad was that famous singer. But when he joined the show, they found out, they told everyone, and so now, like, pretty much he got popular because of that, but he didn't want to get popular because of the famous, but it just happened. This is the, not the producer. This is the staff guy that is with us currently. He's just like background staff, pretty much making sure things run well, whatever. And this is the producer that we just found dead. She fucking died. She fucking dead. Yeah, and those are all the profiles right now. Yes. No, okay, so to be fair, it wasn't my dog's fault, right? My aunt has an obsession at feeding the dogs in the house, whether it be mine, hers, the one downstairs, whatever. Human food, right? I don't feed my dog any kind of human food because one, it gets him like accustomed to, oh, I want to eat what you guys are eating, which is not good. And two, 9 times out of 10, he gets sick. Like, I don't give him bones because like he ends up getting sick. I don't like giving him ham, none of that, because he gets sick and he'll throw it up. She ended up giving him some ham after I said, hey, please don't do that, but he gobbled that shit down, so I couldn't even take it away. He just puked it up because, hey, surprise, he got sick from it. I'm like, I don't want him to eat human food. He always fucking gets sick. Fuck. I gave him a banana once. Thank you, Zelda, for redeeming your daily biscuit. I appreciate it. But not even the whole banana, like a little piece of banana. And he ate that pretty well. A little bit. He was kind of picky with it. But it's just like, I make sure to give him stuff I know that, you know, like, to small bits that I know won't affect him. But whenever he eats stuff that, like, is house food, forget about it. He gets sick. He loves that shit, but he gets sick every time. Makes me ingy. Duyun looked up at the ceiling. Thanks to the steel frame, this side still remained intact. What is that? Oh, those are probably like lights or speakers. I thought that was like a dresser. All they can do now is pray that the steel holds out until the rescue team arrives. Oh, but by the way, happy Thursday, y'all! I hope you guys had a fantastic day. The ceiling above the audience seat has collapsed. The ceiling above the stage is holding up. It could fall down at any time without a warning. 100%, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If I was in this situation, forget about it. I'd be like, I would not be able to keep my cool. I'd be fucking panic attack central. It was a staff corridor leading to the central corridor behind the stage. It looks better than the one on the other side. What awaits behind that door is unknown, but it might be possible to get to the waiting room through this exit. A passage for staff leading to the back of the stage. It looks relatively safe without any fallen debris or damage. I think we should investigate back there. After investigating the stage, the group reassembled.
좀 어땠어요?
So, how did it look?
난 무대 뒤 왼쪽 통로 쪽이 괜찮아 보였어.
The left passage behind the stage looked fine.
중앙 복도로 들어가는 문
You mean
말이죠?
the door to the central corridor?
어,
Yeah,
잔해도
there
적고
wasn't much
문
debris
상태도
and the
괜찮아
door
보여.
looked intact.
닫혀 있던데.
It was closed. Do you think
열어보려고
we could
해도
try to open it?
괜찮을까요?
글쎄,
Well, I hadn't thought about that yet. I think we should try it.
역시 관객석
I guess
쪽
the exit
비상구가
by the
제일
audience
나은 것
area
같네.
looked like the best option.
다들
I
그거
heard everyone
탈출했다며.
evacuated through that
우리도
exit.
가보자.
We should try it too.
무대 뒤 오른쪽
What about the
통로는요?
right passage behind the
거기가
stage?
비상구랑 제일
It's the
가까워요.
one closest to the exit.
문 앞이 다
The
무너져서
area in
가지도
front of that door is a
못하잖아.
total wreck. You are stupid. That's dumb. Not you. You.
네가 말하는 관객석
And is your
비상구는 멀쩡하냐?
precious exit by the audience area intact?
오른쪽
We just
통로는
have to move
자네만
some
조금
debris to
치면
make
갈
it
수
through the right
있어.
passage.
관객석 쪽은 벌써
People
탈출한
have
사람들이
already escaped
있다니까.
through the audience area.
이 정도면
It's
품질
a
보지 않아?
guaranteed escape route. That is true.
지금은 다 내려앉았잖아.
It's
사망
completely ruined.
보증이지.
It's a death wish. Yeah. We would have to crawl through a bunch of like steel frames and God forbid one of them falls on us. It seems way too risky.
틈으로 수그리고 가면 될
We
거라니까.
could crawl through the gap.
됐고,
Forget it.
난 영희 언니 말에
I
찬성.
agree with Ju Young.
그치만 오른쪽 통로도
But the right passage is... The right side is more heavily damaged than the left side. The back of the stage could be accessed via the left passage. All the other passages have been buried. The group's opinions were divided on the issue, but I mean, we technically have 3 for the left side.
난 확신이 안 서.
I can't make up my mind. What about
어때?
you?
무대 뒤 왼쪽 통로가 좋지 않을까?
Don't you think the left passage behind the stage will be a good choice?
관객석 쪽 비상구는 벌써 탈출구로 쓰였다니까.
I told you, the exit by the audience area was already used as an escape route, but that's before the collapse, meaning it could have been collapsed right now.
무대 뒤 오른쪽
I
통로가
told you,
비상구에서
the
제일
right passage behind the
가깝다고요.
stage is the closest to the exit. Dooyeon was also there when they took a look around the stage. which would be the most safe and suitable place?
아무래도 가볼 만한 쪽은
I guess our choice should be based on the investigation around the stage. The ceiling above the audience seats has collapsed. The ceiling above the stage is still holding up. It could fall down. Not that. No. I feel like the left passage. Cause this, yeah, we have to move debris, but the whole right side top ceiling is like fucked. So by the time we're like moving all the debris, it could fall on us. Same thing with the audience area. The audience area, we go through that little chasm, the steel frame falls on us, that's it, we're fucked. It has to be the left passage.
무대 뒤 왼쪽 통로 같아.
The left passage behind the stage.
누나 말대로
Like
상태도
Ju-young said,
멀쩡하고
there's only a
주변에
little
자네도
amount of debris,
적으니까.
and the door looks intact. Yeah.
도윤이 말이 맞아.
Couldn't agree with more with Du-young.
일단은
We need to
제일
check the
멀쩡해
route
보이는
which
데를
seems the
확인해야
most
돼.
intact.
문을 열더라도
But would it be safe to go in
아니,
after opening the
괜찮을지.
door?
겉보기에도 위험한데
I
가는
think it's better than
것보다는 나을
taking
거야.
seemingly risky routes.
이런 상황에선 안전빵으로
We need to play
가야지.
it safe.
저쪽이 비상구랑
That way
가까운데
is closer to the exit.
검증된 탈출구를 쌩 깐다고?
Are you going to desert the proven escape route?
결과에 승복들
You're a
합시다.
B-Stars
베스타
contestant, so accept
출연진답게.
your loss. The group headed toward the left passage behind the stage as Ju-young suggested.
문
Okay,
열어볼게요.
let me open the door.
혹시 모르니까
We'll do it
같이
together
하자.
just in case. The door suddenly flung open. That's a good idea, but because we already know the front half of where the stage is, where the lady was found, it is way more insecure than where the stage is, where we are currently. Oh yeah, word. Like if you want to do it, go ahead. Like, cause like he's right. That is definitely like, if we wanted to, potentially we could escape through there because we know people escape through there. But they also escaped through there before the big collapse, and there has been already multiple collapses where things have fallen. So just because that's where people escaped from in the first place, it doesn't mean that it's still safe. Especially because we have to crawl through fucking steel frames. If just one little shake, that shit falls down on us, that's it. We done for. We done ski, bro. It ain't worth it. The door suddenly flung open. Suddenly, the place began to shake again. Ah! Why now? What is it?
관객석
It's
쪽이에요.
the audience area.
무너졌나봐요.
It collapsed again. Hello? Frickin' hell. God damn it. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate it. Look!
저기
The same thing
반대편으로
happened to the door on the other side. Look, the area he wanted it to go to, and the other one, we would have been dead. A cloud of debris came falling down in the audience area, suggested by Hye-sung, and in the right passage, suggested by Seo.
저쪽으로 갔으면
If we had gone that way. Do-yoon shuddered at the thought.
여긴
But
멀쩡해.
this place is intact.
벽이
The walls are
지탱해
still
준 건가?
supporting it, I guess.
다행이야.
Oh god. That was a close call.
상대적으로
Now I
멀쩡한
see why
이유가
this place is
있었네.
relatively intact. Seal raised his hand.
여기
Do we
다
all go in at
같이
the same
들어가요?
time?
갑자기 뭔 소리야?
What do you mean?
몰려갔다가 갇히기라도
If we all
하면
go in at the same
그것도
time and get
문제니까.
trapped, we could have a big problem.
나눠서
Then what?
들어가자고?
Split the group?
복도팀
If
무대팀
it's the
쪽일
corridor
거면
versus the
난
stage,
무조건
I'm going to the corridor
복도팀이야.
no matter what. Hye-sung stared at the wreckage of the audience area. The rest of the group also surveyed the surroundings.
저 꼴을 보고 있으니
That kind of tells me that I should go
해야겠어.
inside.
가서 길이
If there's
없으면
no path when we get
결국
there, we have no
여기로
choice but to
돌아오는
come
일만
back
남아.
here.
무대가 그렇게 좋으면
If you like the
즐기고
stage so
있든가.
much, you can just stay here. Hello, vampire. Hola. Seal cleared his throat.
의견을 말해본 거예요.
It was just a thought. Seal was going to take the lead, but then he changed his mind and backed off.
그럼
Well,
들어가시죠.
shall we go in? He's such a pussy.
육갑을
Lousy
떤다.
ass. I'm going
나
first.
먼저 가.
Hyesung confidently walked towards the door. Seal, now left behind, bit his lip nervously.
다 죽는 길을
He chose the
찍어놓고선
path leading to death for us.
세일아,
Sail, let's go. I mean, as did you, though. You can't just say he only did. You did too. Yes. I like how I said, oh, he's such a pussy. And I'm like, I would have done the same damn thing. I would have done the same damn thing. I would have been like, yeah, y'all can go first. I'll be here. I'll be here, besties. It's so creepy.
무대보다 훨씬
It's darker here than on the stage.
머리랑 발
Watch your step and
조심해.
protect your head.
워치로
Is there a
후레쉬 같은
flashlight
건
on the
안 돼요?
watch?
이게 만능인 줄 아냐?
Do you think this watch has everything?
손전등 기능은 없어.
There's no
가져다 대면
flashlight on my
조금
watch.
밝아지는 정도야.
Although it would shed some light if I hold it close enough. Oh, by the way, we don't have phones. The way we've been communicating with the outside is with our watches. Think of like an Apple Watch. We can use Twitter on it. We can message people, stuff like that, receive calls. However, we can only receive calls from people that are in our contacts. And when the company, like the B stars, the buried stars, the show gave the idols the watches, they had them remove everybody, like family, older, other people that got kicked out from the show, like, you know, they got voted off and stuff. They had to remove everybody, so they literally only have like the numbers of people that are in their contacts, which is like the producers and stuff like that. So we that's where we've been keeping contact with. Everybody has the same model except for the redhead, Hyesung. His can actually take pictures. Ours cannot. Do-yoon put the watch closer to the dark area.
진짜 택도
It's no
없네요.
use.
조심하는 수밖엔 없어.
We need to be cautious.
통로나
Well, if that's the exit,
멀쩡한
we
데가
can't
있나
go through there.
찾아보자.
Let's see if there's a passage or intact area.
너무 오버하진 말자고.
Don't take any risks.
분위기 이상하면
Call me
바로
right
콜.
away if something doesn't feel right.
길 파악되면 대충 수첩에 그려볼게요.
After I find the passage, I'll draw it on my notebook. The group carefully moved. So we can't get through there? I mean, maybe we could, like, walk over this part.
확실하게 막혔네.
It's completely
이
blocked.
뒤가
Behind it was
출구였지?
the exit, right? Could we not just push it out, or is it a pull door?
나가서 긴 복도 하나 더 있죠.
There's another long
거기도
corridor
무너졌겠네요.
outside. It must have collapsed too.
뒤로 나가는 다른 길은
Is
없어?
there any other way out from the back?
내 기억엔 없네.
Not that I know of.
여기가 유일한
This is
출구예요.
the only exit. I'm
확실해요.
sure of it. Do-young stepped on the debris and tried to move the door. Oh. The door didn't budge, as if the back was completely blocked as well. Okay, so Do-young actually was like, let me try to open it. Okay. Not
안
gonna work.
되겠어요.
그럼 어쩔 수 없.
Then we have no choice but to...
이나야
Ina,
괜찮아?
are you okay? Now that I'm standing before the
문 앞에
door,
오니까
there's an...
공기가 좀 매캐한데.
a critic? How do you say that? Let me move out of the way. No! I did it again! Stop! I don't know how to stop it! Ah! Stop! I don't know. I did it again. Oh my god, stop. I don't know how to do it. I don't. How did I do that? Oh my god, stop. What are the spoilers?
거울이 깨졌어요. 어딘가 무게를 받치고 있다는 거.
What? How did I do that? What the fuck?
수도꼭지도 고장났어. 고인물이라면 쓸 수 있겠지만
That's what I'm trying to do. Oh my god. We're just gonna have to go through this until it lets me get
솔직히
to a
말해서
part, I think.
그닥 안전해 보이진 않.
장기적으로
I
괜찮다고
should have
보긴
quick
힘들겠어.
saved. We're just gonna skip this part. We're gonna skip this part.
나가는 게 좋겠어.
Ah, I'm so
불타네.
upset. God
쌀
dang
때라도
it.
있으니 다행인가.
말. 저기 그만.
세 분 헛소리. 어쨌든 나오세요.
Fuck! God damn it. It's because control fucking speeds it forward and I was trying to move. Oh, and it hit an autosave checkpoint. God fuck.
장애인 화장실이야. 분장실이.
Maybe if I just skip everything, right? What if I just skip it? We're gonna have to replay some part, but it's fine. I just don't want... I don't want spoilers. Just ignore all of this. Wait, what if I just close it? Easy. I close it. Fuck it. Oh, I'm so upset. Frick. I was just trying to move myself out of the way and I accidentally... I forgot. I can't do that. I can't do that. Because it'll fucking... Ooh. I gotta change that button. Because this was a Steam game. Would that be where it was? Because it auto-saved, but I don't know if that will be where yeah, it was. Okay. Cool. Oopsie. We're gonna have to go through a lot. Ay, maldita sea. I should have fucking saved. I'm so mad. I'm such a goober. I need, like, a little freaking reminder. Don't press control, ya goober. I did that last time, too. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna just press control and then skip past everything. I'm gonna just resume it. From my... Maldita sea, mijo! Okay, dum-dum. Don't resume it. Click on the save. Fourth time's a charm. Fourth time's a charm. I'm a professional. I'm a professional. I'm smart. God dang it. And then I hate that when it's going through all those stuff, you literally cannot, like... You can't do anything. You just have to kind of, like, accept it. Okay, we can skip all of this. Yeah, we can skip all of this. Because we already, like, looked at all this. So we're gonna skip, we're just gonna skip all this. Okay, what I'm gonna do is, once I get to that final bit, I'm gonna quick save. Okay, we're gonna quick save. Cause I'm dumb. Cool. I do speak Spanish, yes. I speak Spanish because I'm Puerto Rican Cuban. Okay, fantastic. Oh, 1 second. Just a moment. Okay. Okay. Okay, wait. Careful. Okay. We're back. Let's not fucking press control again. ACRID. Acrid? No. Because it's supposed to be like... No, it's not acidic. English is hard. That's what I was trying to
안
see.
되겠어요.
Like what fucking word it was.
그럼 어쩔 수 없...
이나야,
Acritic. No.
문 앞에 오니까 공기가
아.
좀 매캐한데?
How you say that? I'm googling it. I'm googling it. Acrid. So I fucking was saying it right. Qué pendeja, bro. Thank you, stranger, for reading your daily biscuit. I appreciate it. Let's skip this place. We don't even have to look. You missed me skipping everything by accident. It was great. It was a fun time.
스텝 휴게실.
The staff lounge. It was more like another dressing room. Thank you, stranger, for resubbing. You've been subbed for 11 months, almost a whole year. That's crazy, Bazy. Yeah, I did it again.
실제로는
It was indeed used
출연자들이
by the
썼으니까.
contestants rather than the staff.
공간 설계부터
They messed up the floor
틀렸잖아.
plan. The dressing room was just too
분장실
small.
너무 좁아 터졌으니까.
밀려난 스텝들은
The staff had
안쪽
to wait
복도에
in the
구겨져서
corner of the
대기 탔고요.
corridor.
억울하면 출연자
Stop complaining.
하시던가.
Why didn't you become one of the contestants
내가
then?
말을 말아야지.
Just forget what I said.
일단
Let me open it.
열어볼게요.
Yeah, I did it freaking again. And I had to restart. I'm so smart.
안 열리는데?
I can't open it.
힘의 가리 없이
You
하면
need to
돼?
try harder. Step
형,
aside.
좀
Let me
비켜봐.
do it. Okay, big boy. Big man on campus. They could see a pile of debris through the crack in the door.
무너졌네.
This place is ruined.
문이
The door might
천장을
be
떠받치는
supporting the
상태인지도
ceiling.
몰라.
그냥 트는 게
Then we'd
좋겠어.
better leave this place alone. Bathroom.
남자 화장실?
The men's restroom.
영 찝찝한데?
Something feels funny.
죽자 사자하는
Who
판에
cares how you
찝찝하고 말고
feel?
어딨냐?
We're in a life or death situation here.
여자
Would you
화장실만
say the same
들어가지는
thing if the
상황이었어도
women's
그럴래?
restroom was the only place we could go?
당연하지.
Of course.
살려면 뭔들
If that's
못하냐?
what it takes to survive.
하여간 말
You
참
sound
예쁘게
so
한다.
pretty.
말만
Yep,
예쁘게 하냐?
I know I sound
생긴
pretty.
것도 예쁘지?
Just like my face.
물이 필요해질지도
We
몰라.
might need some water.
구조가 늦어지면
If the rescue
갈증 날
gets
수도
delayed,
있으니까요.
we might get thirsty.
일단 확인해 보자.
Let's check first.
오케이.
Okay,
한번 가보자고.
let the search begin. Izzy! Ah, thank you, Izzy, for resubbing as well. 26 a month. Oh my god! And you guys started a hype train.
거울이 깨졌어요. 어딘가 무게를 받치고
Oh
있다는
my
거죠.
god. Looks like you could use some help from the big boss of hell itself. Check out Daddy's Low and reviews on Route. Yo, 5-star, flawless, greater than great. I love you too, Izzy. Busy, my bestest friend in the whole wide world, dude. I missed you. How are you? Yeah, head pads. Woo! I missed you. We gotta hang out. I'm gonna start swinging hands at you. We need to hang out. Boom, boom, boom. Don't make me beat you up. Don't make me beat you up. Yes! The kitty looked fabulous. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous kitty. What is the kitty's name? Tell me. Tell to me the name of the cat. I must know. The mirror is broken, which means it was supporting something.
수도꼭지도
The
고장났어.
faucet is broken too, although we might be able to use the
쓸수 있겠지만.
water from that puddle.
솔직히 말해서
To be honest, this
그닥
place
안전해
doesn't look
보이진 않네.
safe.
장기적으로 괜찮다고
I'm not
보긴
sure if this place
힘들겠어.
would last for long. The rest of the group surveyed the area as well. Drink the water from the toilet. I wouldn't do that.
나가는 게 좋겠어.
We need to get out of here.
허탕이네.
Well, that was a waste of time.
있으니 다행인가?
At least we have a place to take a dump.
말 막
Could
싸지
you
마라.
please not dump out words like that?
싸다고 한 대 맞을래?
Do you want me to slap your face instead?
싸가지 조금 챙길래?
It's my neighbors. We're matching her. Her name's Mordecai, but we're watching. Her name's Mordecai, but her nickname is Kai or Kiki. I love that. I want a cat so freaking bad. Like, I love my dog. I do. But I don't know. There's just something in me. I want to adopt a kitty. I want to adopt a cat. I do. I really do. Just, I want a kitty. Did you dump out your manners instead?
저기 그만.
Guys, stop.
세 분 헛소리
All
그만하고
three of you,
나오세요.
please stop the nonsense and get out of there.
난 아무 말도
No,
안
I
했는데.
didn't say anything.
어쨌든 나오세요.
Anyhow, get out of there. I told Chalice that when we live together, I want a pet cat, and he goes, "It's gonna be your cat." I'm like, "That's fine," but he allowed it.
장애인 화장실이야.
He said that it's okay.
겨우 한 칸짜린데.
So hell yeah, kitty. The restroom for the disabled. There's only one stall.
다 낑겨 들어가야 할
We
판이네.
can barely crawl in.
그나마도 안 열려.
It won't even open.
꽝이네.
It's a bust.
근데 이제서야 생각나는
By the
건데
way, come to think of it,
장애인
the
화장실
door of the
문은
restroom for the
자동문
disabled,
아니었어?
shouldn't it be automatic?
사실 구색만 맞춘 거예요.
The result of shoddy construction.
필수 설비 중에 하나라
It was
그래서
a required
막
facility,
공사한 거죠.
such slapdash construction. They cut corners
이
to
정도로
meet the
날린
deadline.
공사를
못했고
Take this place off the
버리자.
list.
분장실이야.
The dressing room. At least
문짝은
the door
그나마
looks
멀쩡해
intact.
보이는데?
열릴지도 모르겠어요.
We might be able to get it open. Seal slowly turn the doorknob. The door opened with a creak.
이게 출구면
I wish this was the
대박이었는데.
exit.
김 빼는 소린 넣어둬.
You're such a party pooper.
안을 확인해 보죠.
Let's look inside.
오케이 들어간다.
Okay, I'm going in. Alright, so we can go into the men's restroom, this hallway, and this room. That doesn't look safe.
으이, 깜짝이야. 으이씨.
Not him getting scared by the mannequin. Fucking goober ass. Oh my god, what the?
마네킹 한두 번
Scared?
봐?
You've
뭐
never seen a
시겁하고
mannequin
그래.
before?
허연 게 떡하고 있잖아.
It appeared out of the darkness.
지도 펄쩍 뛰어놓고 내가 못 본 줄 아냐?
I know you were scared too. I saw your face, you know? Ina walked right past Haesung, who was still fuming with anger.
상태는
It looks
그럭저럭 괜찮아
passable.
보이는데? 여기서 버티면 어때?
Why don't we set up camp here? The group surveyed the room.
좁은 방에 있다
We could
무너지면
be in bigger trouble if
더
we get
심각해질
trapped in a
수도
small room when another collapse occurs.
천장이 더 내려앉으면
If the
문이
ceiling
안
comes down any
열릴지도
lower, the door might get stuck.
벽 위쪽 갈라져 있어.
Oh, there's a crack on top of the wall.
아무래도 무리수였나 보네.
I guess we went too far.
아, 뭐 건물을 이따위로
This building is
지어놨어.
pathetic.
제일 안전한 건
Maybe the stage is the
무대였다는
safest place
결론이
after
날지도
all.
모르겠네.
갈 데가 없으면
Unless we have any other
그렇게
options.
되겠죠.
더 볼 거 없으면 나가자고.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here if if there isn't anything else to see. The woman's restroom.
여자 화장실
It's the woman's
봐도
restroom is
무너졌어요.
destroyed.
문이라도 열리나
See if you
봐봐.
can at least open the door. Yeah, there's no opening that shit. That's busted. Don't hit it.
보시다시피네.
As you can see,
문이 이 정도면
what door is this?
피하는 게 나아.
Is that where we came in from? Oh. We ought to avoid the place considering the condition of the door.
아예 안 움직여?
It won't even budge.
궁금하면
Pull if
땡겨봐.
you're
너무
pull it if
세게
you're
하진
curious. Not too hard though.
자,
See?
방 나왔지?
We can go now. Right. This place
여긴 안
won't work.
되겠어.
여기 분장실 뒤로 돌아가는
Is
문이지?
this the door leading to the back of the dressing room?
맞아요.
Right?
스태프들이
It's the
중앙복도를
passage
피해서
used by the
다닐 때
staff to
쓰던
bypass
길이죠.
the central corridor.
좁은 데다가
It's
창고 대용으로도
small,
써서
messy, and dirty
지저분할
since we
거예요.
also used it to store some things.
그래도
We should check it
확인은 해보자.
anyway. The door easily flung open, so this is connected to the dressing room we were just in.
스태프들은 왜 중앙복도를
Why did
두고
the
여기로
staff
가는
use
거야?
a different way instead of using the central corridor?
거치적거리니까 그렇지.
Because they would get in the way.
복도 찍는 그림에
It's not
스텝이
pretty if the
걸리잖아.
staff members are seen in the corridor on TV.
출연자 서혜성님께서 잘
That was
설명해
an
주셨네요.
excellent explanation, dear contestant.
심했네.
That was a bit too much.
저런 거 일일이 따지기
Let's
시작하면
not
끝도
even get into
없어요.
details.
출연자는 휘둘리는
Contestants were
정도지만
like the important chess
스텝은
pieces,
아예
but
쓰고
staff
버리는
members were
말이었어요.
just mere pawns.
어쨌든
Anyhow,
복도나
let's check the
확인해보자고요.
corridor.
가보자.
Yeah, let's go. It looks pretty clean in
미리
here.
듣긴 했지만 정말 좁아
I know I was
터졌네.
warned about it already, but this place is so darn is darn narrow.
평소에도
So
스태프들끼리
narrow that
스텝이
the
꼬이고
staff used to
그랬어요.
step on one another.
말장난이 나오냐?
Was that supposed to be funny?
넌 가엾지도
Don't you
않냐?
feel sorry for the
그
staff?
많은 스태프들이
Imagine all
요만한
those
복도에서
staff members running
뛰어다녔다는 게
around in this narrow corridor.
글쎄다.
If you were so
억울하면
unhappy,
출세해야지.
why don't you become successful?
하기야
It goes to
무대보다
show
먼저
how
네
irrational
개념이
you are.
무너졌지.
네
Thank you, Izzy
시건방진
Busy,
꼬라지를
for the
보는
cheeky
내
kiss.
억장도 무너지는데?
Nope, it goes to show how cocky you are.
혜성아, 거기까지.
Hissong, that's enough.
네네.
Of course.
2등 말씀이신데
Second place is spoken.
침묵해야죠.
This place looks pretty safe.
여긴 문이 몇 개야?
How many doors are there?
4개요.
There are 4.
들어온 문 빼고
Other than the
볼만한
door
건
we just
분장실
used,
뒷문,
the rear door of the
중앙복도
dressing
출구
room
쪽문
and the
정도예요.
entrance door at the central corridor exit should be worth checking out.
남은 하나는?
What about the last one?
스텝 대기실 문인데
It's the staff lounge
아까 보신
door,
것처럼
but as
거긴
you've seen,
무너져서요.
it's damaged. The group walked toward the door in front of them.
이게
Is this
분장실
the rear
뒷문이지?
door of the dressing room?
열어볼게요.
I'll open it. Duyan turned the doorknob, but the door did not open.
잠겼나?
Is it locked?
잠시만요.
Hold on a second.
문이 천장을
The door
떠받치는 것
seems
같아요.
to be supporting the ceiling. He turned it harder, but nothing happened.
그런 거면 무리해서 열 필요
Then we
없어.
shouldn't try to open it.
열어봤자 결국
Even if we
분장실로
open it, it
통하는
will lead to the
거잖아.
dressing room anyway.
그래.
Right. Let's
여긴
skip this
그냥
place for
두자.
now. Why would you try it so aggressively? I've been well. I have been existing and vibing. I released a emote bundle for Hell of a Boss and Has Been a Hotel. Fingers crossed that, you know, it reaches people interested in that. Cause your girl needs funds. I've been job hunting too, but it's been a struggle, you know. The job market is not very nice. But I've been okay. I am hopeful. Do-young stepped back from the door.
다음은 안쪽.
Next one is deeper
중앙복도 출구 쪽
inside.
문이야.
The one by the exit of the central corridor. It's a struggle. It's tough.
진장!
Ah, damn.
발 조심해.
Watch your step.
벌써
I
걸렸거든요.
tripped already, you know.
이 문은 정확히
Where does
어디로
this
연결돼?
door lead to exactly?
중앙복도 끝이요.
The end of the central
무너져 있던데.
corridor, which was collapsed.
열어도 출구 따위는
Then there will
없겠네.
be no exit even if we manage to open it, right?
열리는지만 확인해 볼게.
I'll just go check if it opens. The door opened outwards, but the debris stopped him from opening it any further.
종이장만큼 열리네.
The door only slightly opened.
나가봐야
It
중앙복도
doesn't really
끝이에요.
matter because it
큰
leads to
의미는
the end of the
없어요.
central corridor.
그럼
Then we're done here, aren't we?
여기까지인가?
나가자.
Let's get out of here. That area didn't look that bad in comparison to like the other areas.
다 둘러본 것 같아.
I think we took a good look.
우리한테 있는
So
선택지가
what
뭐였죠?
options do we have?
크게 두 개야.
Either we go back to the
무대로
stage
돌아가거나
or stay here
여기 어디
somewhere.
머무르거나.
여기라면
If
지금
we
있는
decide to stay somewhere
중앙복도랑
here, it's
분장실,
gotta be the central
스텝복도,
corridor,
남자
dressing
화장실
room,
정도네요.
staff corridor, or men's restroom.
라인업 완전 별로네.
I don't like any of them,
무대로 뺏고
but
하기도
I don't feel like
거시기한데.
going back to the stage either.
조명 좀 살아있는 데로
Don't
가는
you
게
think we
좋지
should choose the
않겠어?
place where there's some lights?
그런 데는
That's the
화장실,
restroom,
분장실,
dressing room, and staff
스텝복도야.
corridor.
그나마 화장실?
I guess the restroom is better than the others?
그나마는 무슨
Are you out of your
그나마야.
거울 깨진 거 못 봤어?
Didn't you see the broken
거기
mirror?
봐, 천장을
That
버티고
wall
있다고.
is supporting the ceiling.
천장 무게는
The
어디든
ceiling weight
다
has to
버티는
be
중이지.
supported anywhere you go.
문도 하나야.
And there's only one door. We
갇혀버릴지도
could
몰라.
get trapped.
문 하나인 것도 다
Well, they all
똑같잖아.
have one door. The mirror on the wall is broken and the floor is wet. There's only one exit linked to the central corridor.
분장실은
The
앞뒤로
dressing room
문이
has
두
two.
개긴 한데
One in the front and another in the back.
공간도 넉넉한
It's got
편이고요.
some space too.
다른 데 비하면
Well,
넓어
compared
보이지.
to the other rooms,
벽에 금 같잖아.
the wall has cracks. That
거기도
place is
천장
barely
버틴다고
supporting the
헷갈거리는
ceiling.
중이지.
뒷문은
The
열리지도
rear door
않았어.
is not even open, so
문은
there's
한 개나
practically one
마찬가지야.
door there.
다 아닌 거면
If nothing
무대로
works,
돌아가는
I
쪽에
say we go back
한
to
표
the
던질게요.
stage.
차라리 트윈
The stage
쪽이
is an open
나을 것
place at
같거든요.
Inside looks fine, but the entrance to the staff corridor is damaged.
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did. You coward. You make me sick. Your weakness is pathetic.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god! I literally like jumped in my chair. I got so freaking scared. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Thank you, Fred, for the biddies and the scare. Oh my god. Oh my heart. Jesus Christ. Inside looks fine, but the entrance to the staff corridor is damaged, so you can get there only from the central corridor.
스텝복도는
What about the staff
안
corridor? No?
문 세 개잖아.
It's got 3 doors,
물론 두 개는 못
although 2
쓰지만.
of them are useless.
야, 그럼
Then
문
it's
한
one
개지.
door.
좁아 터진데 한
What do you
줄로
want to do?
앉아서
Sit in a line and
도어라도 닫자고?
meditate?
내가 언제 거기가 짱이랬냐?
I'm not saying we must choose the staff corridor.
그리고 좁든
And
말든
since
무슨
when did you care about the
상관이야?
room
넌 어차피
size?
페이터나 조질
You'll be busy playing with fatter anyway. A narrow passage behind the staff lounge and dressing room. It can be used to access the door leading to the central corridor. All other doors are blocked.
저
Actually,
나도
I'm a bit
너무
claustrophobic
좁은 데는
myself.
별로야. 계속 애쓰는
I'm trying to get
중이긴
better,
한데
but I can barely breathe in
너무
confined
좁은 데는
spaces.
가슴이 답답해서. 차라리 여기
How about staying
중앙복도에
here
있는가?
in the central corridor?
어둡긴 하지만 아예 안 보이는 건
It's
아니잖아.
dark, but we can still see.
상황 봐서
If something
분장실이든
happens,
무대든
we can go to the
가면
dressing
되고.
room or the stage. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, it's hella delayed. A central passage in the back of the stage, which is linked to the men's restroom, staff corridor, and dressing room. The exit at the end of the corridor is impassable.
전
I looked around,
와서
and
보니까
I think the stage is
무대가
the
제일
best.
나은 것 같아요. 바깥에서도 다른 데로
The
피해
rescue
있으란
team
말은 안
didn't say
했고
anything about evacuating to another place.
복도 끝은
The end
벌써
of this corridor
무너졌어.
has collapsed already, and the
언제
rest
더
could collapse
무너져도
at any
이상할 게
minute.
없고요. 결국
Overall,
제일
I
안정적인
think the
건
stage is the least
무대
risky.
아닐까요?
그치만
But if we go back to the
무대로
stage, that's where...
그래, 무대는
Yeah, the stage is where Seungyeon's body was in the stage area. The two of them didn't finish their sentences, but everyone knew that's what they were going to say.
무대 쪽 공간은
The stage still
아직
has
여유가
enough
있어요.
space.
심사위원석
We wouldn't have to go
쪽으로는
to the judges
안 가도 될
section.
거예요.
The conversation ended by listening to each other's different opinions.
안전하게
The goal is to stay safe.
그냥 각자 원하는
Should we
대로
all just
찢어져?
split up?
개인 플레이는
We need to stick
넣어둬.
together.
같이. 한도윤,
Dooyoung,
너는
don't
뭐
you have
할 말
anything to
없어?
say?
어쩌는 게 좋을 것
What do you
같아?
want to do, Dooyoung? Oh. Okay. Alright. For me, bathroom's out. The dressing room's out. And the staff quarter, even though okay. This area, we saw the wall, it looked like the bathroom was like really bad. This area as well, the ceiling was really fucked. This area, surprisingly enough, the walls didn't look cracked, the ceiling looked fine. The only downside is, it's a fucking thin hallway with one door. One door we cannot leave from if it breaks on the outside. We'd be fucked. Because these, if it had another door that we could through there, I don't think. Now that leaves this area and this stage. And this area doesn't have a lot of light. So potentially, you know what? As fucked as it is, I think the stage is our best bet. Because if we hang out at the stage, we can hang out next to the door we came in through, just in case we gotta run back in here. If we gotta run out the bathroom, we're fucked because the floor is wet. One of us trips, that's it, we're done. Only has one door. The ceiling looks really the ceiling looks really fucked, so no. This is the only one that I would feel like might be the best, but nah.
무대로 돌아가는
We
편이
better go
낫겠어.
back to the stage. Yu-hyuk and Seo also nodded. I
나도
think that's the
그게
best
제일 나아
option.
보여.
구관이 명관이란
Better the devil you
결론이네요.
know than the devil you don't know, right?
결국
So is that it?
이렇게 된 돌아본
This is
결과가
what we came up with.
진짜
Shoot,
한참
I've been
삽질했네.
wasting my time.
주변을 파악했다는데
We are aware of our
의미를
surroundings
두자.
at least.
그래.
Yeah, we
어느
also
정도
found some
멀쩡해
passable
보이는 데도
places too.
찾았으니까. 어쩔 수 없이
When we have no
움직여야 될
choice
땐
but to move, they will be
선택지가
our
될 거야.
options. Plus, we already have shit service on the stage area, and that seems like it's a better area to be in. Imagine it, like, no fucking service in those back areas. They wouldn't know that we're back there if the stage collapsed, you know? Ju-young nodded with a worried look on her face. A sudden loud sound roared through the corridor. The ground shook for a moment and dust fell from the ceiling. The group slowly took a look around.
큰일 터지기 전에 돌아가야겠어.
We need to go back before something happens.
돌고 돌아 빠꾸야.
Back to where it all began?
삽질
What a
제대로
waste of
했네.
time.
떠날 때보다
It looks
조금 더
worse than
무너진
when
것
we
같아.
left it.
복도에 있을 때
Is it
흔들린
because
것
of the tremor
때문인가?
that occurred when we were in the corridor?
지금 보면
Now that I
여긴
look
피할
at it.
구석이라도 있어.
This place at least has some spots for us to stay safe.
돌고 돌아 원이 치네 진짜.
Jeez, back to square one.
여기 상태.
Should we tell the
구조대에게
rescue
말해야
team about
될까?
the situation here?
내가 걸어볼게.
I'll try to make a call. Ina called the rescue team, and the group quietly listened in. Every time there was a noise, Ina frowned.
아이, 귀 째지겠네.
My eardrums are about to pop.
아, 됐고 뭐래?
Just tell us what you heard.
상황은 알겠다고
They get the
그러네.
situation.
스테이지에서
Told us to wait on
기다려달래.
the stage
딴데
and
돌지
to avoid
말고.
other places.
여기라고
But
대단히
it's not
안전한
that
건
safe here
아닌데.
either.
좁은 데 있는 쪽이
They're probably
더
saying that it's
위험하다는
more dangerous
뜻이겠지.
to stay in a small space.
일단 시키는
For
대로
now,
하자.
we don't have any
딴
choice
방법이
but to
없어.
follow their instructions. Their nervous gaze wandered around the stage.
그저 페이터가
Fatter is the
아니네.
only good thing I have left now.
왜?
Why?
또 뭐라고
What are you
싸지는
gonna
거게?
post this time?
내 똥 내가 싸는데
Who
무슨
who
상관이
cares
있어요?
what I post? Yeah.
혜성아,
We might need the
배터리
battery power for later.
뭐?
What?
Battery?
Battery? Bitch!
이것 좀 하는 걸로 배터리 안
This has nothing to
닳거든?
do with the battery, okay?
페이터까지
You're not
하라
gonna stop me
말아야.
from using Fatter.
내가 뭔
It's not like I'm a
사이코라서 이거 보고
psychopath.
있는 줄 알아? 나도 초조해서
I'm nervous
그래.
too, you know?
후달린다고.
그런 뜻으로 한 말이 아니잖아.
Nobody meant that. Calm
진정해.
down.
다들 아무것도
You don't know
모르면서
anything. I know you being a little
피디님이
bitch.
그렇게
Relax. How could Seng Young be? Ha-sung suddenly fell silent while looking at his watch.
왜 그래?
What's the matter with you?
혜성아,
Are you
괜찮아?
okay, Ha-sung?
뭐 이상한
Did
거라도
you
봤어?
find something? Ha-sung raised his head, his eyes red.
미친놈 하나가 튀어나왔어.
There's a wacko on Fatter.
또 페이터 얘기냐?
Talking about Fatter again? Would you please?
넌 빠져.
Get off my case.
알지도
You don't know
못하면
anything.
개 황당한 놈이 나왔다니까.
I'm telling you, this person's lost their minds.
왜?
What?
뭐길래 그래?
Who are you talking about?
누구 얘긴지 알겠네.
I know who you're talking about. I
나도
just saw
지금
them
봤어.
too. Dooyeon also raised his watch and checked Fatter. Hello, I'm Sungyeon Shin, the chief producer of B-Stars, rest assured. I'm already dead, and the top 5 contestants trapped there will be dead in no time. The 5 contestants deceived you from the start, and now all of them are preparing for the finals. We must make them pay for what they have done.
이게 뭐야?
What is this?
공유 수파.
Just look at the number of
뒷골
shares.
잡는다.
It's crazy.
이게 뭐라고
What's the big
거기까지?
deal? Why is everyone sharing this?
재밌어
They're
죽겠다는
just having
거겠지.
so much fun.
미친.
What a crazy
공유가
sharing
전부
it.
동의한다는 뜻은
Doesn't mean
아니지?
they all agree with that wacko, right?
맞아.
Right.
비난하는 뜻도 있을
People
거고.
share posts for all kinds of
지각하기겠지?
different reasons.
어쨌든
But sharing it
공유하는
contributes
자체가
to spreading
퍼뜨리는
false
거라고.
rumors.
글 올린 계정
The wacko's account doesn't even have a
사진도 따로
profile
없어.
photo.
하나 새로 팠겠지.
It must have been recently
개소리
created with the
모르겠다.
intention of spreading fake news.
닉네임 말고는
This
정보도
person's
없어.
username is all we've got.
익명 계정이야.
It's an anonymous account.
저런 거
So worry
꼬이는데
about
너무
the
마음 쓰지
wacko.
마세요. 머리만 아파질
It'll just give you a
뿐이라고요.
headache.
다들 그럴
Any
만한
of you can become
위치시잖아요.
the target. Seal shrugged his shoulders after a brief stare.
베스타 시청률
You were
아시면서
competing in a popular
얼굴도
show,
이름도 다
B-Stars.
팔렸는데.
People know your name and face.
이제 길
You are
가면
not an ordinary
지나다니는
person
일반인은
anymore.
아니잖아요. 아직 정식 데뷔 안 했고
Although you don't even have an
소속사 케어 같은
agency or
것도
made an
없지만
official debut. Seal stared at Inna.
재능과
You might have
매력을
already proven
세상에
your talent and
알렸던가.
charm to the world. But that's not what they're concerned about. It's the fact that someone just made a tweet saying that Seyoung Shin was dead and nobody should have known that except for the people here and the rescue team.
인성
Or you
개차반이지만
could be a complete jerk who has
운빨,
just
인맥발
insane
죽이는
connections and luck.
말하면서 뭘 야려?
Why the hell are you looking at me? Hissung and Sale's eyes met. Sale looked away.
아무튼
Anyways,
준
you guys are what they might call celebrities.
그러니까 관심, 질시,
But people's response to a
응원,
celebrity can take a
비난,
range of forms,
반응은
such as interest,
제각각이죠.
jealousy, support, or criticism.
유명인
What's not to like about
좋은데.
celebrity?
이 상황에
But how can they
적극적으로
say that
들어야
under
돼?
these circumstances? Okay. I feel like either one would be bad. Ignoring them is good because of the fact that then the fans will be like, oh, it's just some wackadoodle. Letting them run amok is playing into the wackadoodle person.
대응 안 하는 게 좋겠지.
We ought to ignore them.
무시가 답일
You
거야.
show any interest,
관심 주면 더
interest
날뛸
they'll go
거라고.
ape.
도윤이 형 말이 맞아요.
Luyan is right.
페이터 루머
If you mess with the
잘못
Feta rumor,
건드리면 더
things can get out of
불탄다고요.
control.
죽은 사람 사칭해서 관심을 구걸하는데 심지어 진짜 관심까지 받아. 그걸 냅두라고?
That wacko is wanting attention by impersonating a dead person. And they're actually getting that much attention. How can I ignore them?
PD님
Only the
원하신
production
얘기는
crew, rescue
우리랑
team, and us
제작진
contestants
모두가
are aware
많아.
of her death.
그래서 하고
So
싶은
what's
말이
her
뭔데?
point?
아무 말이나
They are
하는 거지.
just saying whatever to
우리
provoke
보려고.
us.
사고가
Because
터지고
Sejong had gone missing
PD님이
after
실종으로
this
떴으니까.
accident.
죽은 사람을 사칭할
They are
의도는
not trying to impersonate a dead
모르니까.
person because they don't know about her death.
대꾸하면
If we respond, the number of shares will only increase. Gi-yuk sadly looked at Do-young.
공유 수에 미쳐서
There are accounts
아무
everywhere
소리나
trying to
떠드는 게 좀
increase the number of
널렸어요.
shares.
되는 대로
They
지르다
just blabber
스툴리면
nonsense on the
계정
web,
폭파하고
but when
튀는
things get out of
애들이라고요.
hand, they just delete the account and disappear.
일일이 휘둘리면 안 되는 거
You know you
아시잖아요.
shouldn't let them get to you.
왜 하필
But why
닉이
choose the usernames
S승연이냐고.
음.
S-Seung-young?
굳이 피디님
Why Sejong Shin's name?
뭔
Is
억하심정이라도
S-Seung-young
있는
holding a
건가?
grudge against Seung-yeon?
그러고 보니까
I just remembered something.
피디님 이상한
One
편지
time,
받았었어.
Seung-young received a strange letter.
이번 촬영
She
전이었을
received
거야.
it before shooting this episode.
얘기가 갑자기
What's that
그런
got to do
쪽으로
with this
튀냐?
wacko?
하필 닉을
It just
저렇게
sprang
쓰니까
to
생각난
mind
거지.
because of their username. Haesung claimed that he had seen anonymous blackmail that had been sent to Seung-young just before the show. It was composed out of magazine clippings. They didn't react on Fatter, but the atmosphere didn't die out. They tried to ignore it, but their eyes were fixed on their watches. They felt restless, stuck at the sight of the collapse. They wanted to connect with the outside world somehow. But it was chaotic out there too.
헤이터.
Looks like a war is gonna break out on
싸움나는
Fatter. Without thinking too much, Do-young looked at his watch. Wow, a new troll has arrived, but it's extremely unconvincing telling a lie that someone still alive has died. I saved your post just in case and reported them to the broadcasting station. Just wait to be sued.
밖에서 볼 때도
People out there
황당하겠지.
must be confused as we are.
역시
So I guess the number of shares
공유수가
doesn't
자꾸
mean they all
공감한다는
agree.
뜻은 아니었어. 뻘소리에 놀아나고
Who
싶은
would want to
사람이
get swayed
있겠어?
by nonsense? Everyone look forward to it. The show is not over yet. From now on, the real survival audition will begin. Now I'll introduce the top 5 members to participate in the survival audition.
다시 소개 좋아하네.
Introductions
또
again?
뭔 미친
What are they
소리
going to babble
짓거리려고?
about this time? 5th place, Haesung So. I gave him a lot of support as he has good looks, but he deluded himself into thinking that he's really good.
이 새끼가
What a jerk. I did everything I could to push Haesung up in the ranking. I got involved in the editing process and pressured the judges. People say that birds of a feather flock together and that we were similar. That's bullshit. Don't compare me with such a talentless kid.
사람 아주
This
개털로
wacko
하네.
must be thinking I'm a doormat. 4th place, Do-yoon Han. He left the band and gained a lot of popularity, but at the same time, he seemed to suffer from people calling him a betrayer. Do you think Do-yoon and Masquerade were so close with each other? Then I did a great job editing. He called it a false accusation that he was a betrayer, and some fans really believed him. If he thought it was unfair, he should have explained himself or resigned. He is just waiting for the controversy to blow over, but he should act more aggressively to go up in the ranking. 3rd place, Ina Oh, a cute girl. She has so much talent when compared to Hye Sung. Aren't you curious how this talented girl came out of nowhere?
설마
Could this be? She hasn't talked about her past on TV yet, but many people think that's part of her mysterious concept. Do you think she didn't want to, or that she couldn't talk about it? What's she really like when not on stage?
아무래도 좀
Something
이상한데?
feels weird. 1st place is, as always, Gyu Hyuk Lee. He was born into a rich family, inherited excellent musical talent, and receives a good education from his parents, a man truly born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He has talent and works really hard. He received a scholarship from his university. How likely is that for a rich student to get a scholarship intended for low-income students? I really respect him for his elaborate effort to make the best out of nothing, which includes stealing a precious opportunity from someone else. So, another student can receive the scholarship. But that was because they hadn't done their best, right?
가로챘다고?
Stealing? Why did they go out of order? And here we are with Ju Young. What do you know about her? Remember Beloved? Her own team that she destroyed? Or a panic attack that occurred when her luck was down, gaining her a lot of sympathy votes?
동정표?
Sympathy votes? After she left the group, Ju Young spent her free time working in a cafe as a barista. But, just in case you didn't know, coffee is well known to aggravate panic attacks and depression. Her first panic attack occurred when she left her group, but she didn't have any while she was serving coffee as a barista, and then it came back on stage when she was in trouble. Interesting. That's about it. This wraps up today's introduction of the top 5 contestants. Please look forward to seeing the real survival show, and don't forget to vote. The top 5 contestants are showing no remorse and talking mindlessly without knowing that they are trapped there for punishment. They left me to die. But they will pretend as if nothing bad happened after they are rescued and continue to deceive their fans. I'm sorry, but I won't let it happen. You will pay for what you've done. I'm always with you. Even right now, I'm watching every one of you.
대가를 치른다고?
Make us pay? After seeing what S. Sejong wrote on Fader. They're trying my patience.
말이 너무 심하잖아. 그럴싸하게
Just
말을
mixing up some
이어붙여서는
hearsay.
이래선 분위기가 안
It won't
가라앉겠어.
die out like this.
지금 같은데
I can't believe they're doing that at a
무슨
time like
짓을 하는
this.
거지?
The two of them sighed deeply, and the moment of silence continued.
빠져나간 거야.
Something must have
뭔가가.
leaked.
뒷조사했다는
There
루머
had to have been a
있었잖아.
rumor about
그런
background
게
checks.
빠져나가서
Our personal info could have been leaked. A rumor that B-Star staff conducted background checks on the contestants beyond the scope of the contract in search of ideas for the show.
달달
Why are you
떨기는
shivering? Do you
캥기는 데
feel
있어?
guilty about something?
왜?
Like a
너도
criminal
전과
charge or
나왔어?
something? Ina's eyes widened.
말 조심해.
Watch your mouth. You're the
범죄자
criminal.
주제.
개정색이네.
Don't lose your nerves.
정답
Did I get it right?
인정이야?
Shut up.
잠깐만요.
Wait.
스텝이랑
The staff
관련자도
members and
비밀
officials
유지
are also
대상이에요.
subject to confidentiality agreements.
떠들다
We
걸리면
can get sued for spreading
소송감이라고요.
rumors.
스텝은
The staff
입이
would surely
있어도
keep their
없는
mouths shut
거예요.
at all times. I'm
진짜로요.
serious.
S 승연글
As Sing-yeon's posts were vague but plausible.
느낌이
Something
이상해.
feels strange and eerie.
불길하고
아무것도 모르면서
Are you sure S.
대충
Sing-yeon
쓰는 게
doesn't know anything about us? S. Sing-yeon is an anonymous Fatter account which appeared out of nowhere. The user behind the account was getting lots of shares and influencing the Fatter community with offensive remarks. Stories about the contestants that were embarrassing for all of them. There were stories that even contestants like Do Young weren't aware of. Feeling discouraged, Do Young looked towards the rest of the group. Their blank complexions gave away nothing. Were they feeling perplexed by the unexpected exposure of their past? Or were they frustrated about the lies spreading about through the internet?
마냥 당황하고 있을 때가
Not a
아니야.
good time to just sit around.
이야기해보자.
Things will get worse if we don't talk about this. Do Young bit his lower lip. Heavens. Okay, let's take a sippy sip. Okay. Let's see. Don't fall for the internet trolls spreading false rumors. I'm tired of hearing the same. He gained attention through great talent. Thank you. This happens all the time. Don't worry about me. So sad to hear that it happens all the time. You got more screen time because you got good reviews and didn't cause any controversy. I didn't expect to get attention like this. So, I guess some people still believe in me. Why are we staying silent? Because, you know. I knew that. A fool can tell a lie. I heard she took a barista course, but her panic attacks can't be real. And they can see these comments too. Don't lie about something. She really fainted during the rival mission. She hasn't pretended to suffer from panic attacks. Okay. Was it all a show? Okay. When Ju Young showed symptoms of panic attacks during the show, many people suspected her of faking it to win sympathy votes. So Young pointed out that Ju Young enjoyed coffee as a barista after leaving her group. They didn't forget to point out that coffee and panic attacks didn't mix well. Really? That doesn't sound legit. Yeah, like, I don't, like, I understand coffee is like, caffeine obviously is a stimulant, makes you, like, energize a bit, but how does it correlate to affecting, like, giving you panic attacks and depression? Panic attacks, I could kind of see panic attacks, right? Because caffeine is supposed to stimulate you, give you energy and stuff. And so, like, when you're having a panic attack and you drink caffeine, I feel like it just makes you, like, make it, like, as someone who's suffered from panic attacks, I feel like it'll speed things up. So obviously it's gonna be harder for you to calm down. But I don't see how coffee makes you have a panic attack and how coffee makes you have a depression. Like, I don't, that's not how that works. Like, what? I mean, but he did say aggravates, but I mean, what? You can have fucking coffee when you're not having a panic attack. You're not gonna have coffee while you're having a panic attack. Like, no one's doing that. It's so silly. So Young claimed that Gyu Hyuk had unfairly taken away his scholarship. Yeah, how did someone rich take a scholarship from someone poor? That also doesn't make sense. Raised the question of why the staff was not revealing Ina's past. They assume that there's something fishy in her past. It was just a guess. He must have guessed. Wait. Happened after they joined the B-Star show, but they know too much to just ignore. They're also talking about other contestants' past. One of the things Se-young mentioned matches a rumor I've heard before. If Ju Young is treating me this way, there might be more people than he thought who trusted Se-young's words. He decided for blah blah blah. Okay. Oopsies. All of the audience saw him so spaced out and lazy after that accident occurred during the finals. I find it so funny for him to act like... Morning. Haesung looked lost on TV. Some claimed he looked shocked after the news of his prior school violence broke. This is all just stuff we know. Claimed that Seyoung had favored Haesung in every way. Okay. What? That's a lot of people use Twitter. An anonymous account using the name of Seyoung has appeared on Fatter, blah blah blah. We're not sure about the future of the show, but since there are so many of you expressing your support, surely we can't end like this. Thank you for your continued interest in our show. The company seems to be more concerned with the timing of when to resume the show, when they didn't even take control of the situation. Some criticize them for that, while some seem to understand them. Marketing, blah blah blah. In the middle of this made him, okay. Beastars didn't provide a staff lift to the rescue team, so they can't possibly know who's missing and who's been rescued. Oh wow. The list of staff members who was working at the time of the accident wasn't finalized yet. It'll take some time to identify who's still missing. We just handed a list of the audience members to the rescue team. The rescue team got the list of the stage audience and is now counting the number of survivors. Yeah, okay. 62 injured and 23 missing. That's crazy. Should we go through and talk to everybody, maybe? Perhaps. What time? What time is it? 10:10. Let's talk to everyone and then it'll be fine. Okay. Oops. Stop. Okay. Let's start with her. Who do you wanna talk about? This one. Yeah, nobody expected this would happen, but still. The stage came down and we have a dead person at hand. Although we haven't heard any news about it, they don't even know what to talk about first.
아닌 것 같아.
I wish I could be forgiving, but this is just pathetic. It's like they don't know the seriousness of the situation. Ina lowered her watch after briefly looking at it. Checking it just makes me feel frustrated. Good grief. She might not like this, but we need to relax, though. Things might be different out there. Man, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry for not recognizing such a noble person like yourself. People called you a betrayer, and you still smiled.
틀렸어.
You're being sarcastic.
야,
Can you blame me? Ina crossed her arms and wiggled her index finger. Of course we need to relax. Our first priority is getting rescued.
그치만
But if the official account does something confusing, it will affect everyone.
그러면
You know what happens then? We'll have contestants looking to rebound.
혹시
Are you talking about his song?
그래.
Yeah, you saw his vain efforts, right?
그러니까
And we'll also have jerks like S. Sing Young crawling out from God knows where. I can understand there's no command center at the moment, but this isn't something you'd expect from the official account. What are they gonna do about this disorderly atmosphere, huh? The inappropriate and vague response to the accident by the company resulted in more confusion to the media, viewers, contestants watching for a chance, and a malicious anonymous user. This one. Sympathy votes from a story.
그랬었지.
It was often discussed on the show after they showed the footage of her panic attacks.
아니야.
Her life isn't defined by it. It's not like she was having a panic attack just for camera, you know? Ina's blue eyes quivered. They pressured her with the cameras up to the point where she couldn't hold it anymore.
그래.
Yeah, she tried her best to avoid it.
아니었어.
What I saw back then couldn't be faked.
그게
To be honest, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know anything about the panic attacks up to that point.
그래.
Of course, I was so scared. I ran up to her because I thought she fainted.
그랬지.
It was all captured on camera.
아니었어.
Not all of it. They got rid of me while editing the footage. The whole thing was designed by Sing Young.
맞아.
I'm sure everyone knew by the time it was over that it
이거면
was her intention to broadcast it.
어쨌든
Anyhow, Ji-young's seizure was as real as it could get. The production crew pressured her a lot in order to trigger a panic attack. I couldn't believe they were forcing her like that so openly. Ji-young tried to hide it. It must have been shameful for her. Ji-young was known to suffer from panic attacks after she left Beloved. She still receives treatment. She had hoped to maintain her privacy during the show.
아이고,
As the saying goes, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Ina was the only one who didn't get her past exposed.
그건
Do you approve of S. Seng-yeon's opinion?
아니라고.
You hurt my feelings. But what they said about Ina is true, though. I guess we'll see.
아마도
Probably because there was nothing. If something came up, she would have revealed it already.
아니지.
You know only one side of the story. If you take everything out from the gifts package, children will lose interest.
알겠어?
No, you have to take the gifts out one at a time to get the excitement going.
그렇다는 건
Are you saying there are still gifts in the package? Haesung frantically scratched his head.
저기 그게
I'm just guessing, okay? We only know that she's at least 20 and that she did some dancing in the past. Do you really think that's the only thing they found out about her past?
생각해봐.
But what about us? They even aired the mistakes we made when we were in junior high or high school.
아니었어.
That didn't come out in the show.
나 참.
It's not just me. I'm speaking on behalf of everyone else. You know, we all got picked clean by the show. Anyhow, Sing-young gave her a pass. That's probably what happened. The show covered Ina's life only up to the point of her crew years. Her life story before that was never mentioned. Other people found it odd. Aftermath? Okay. It's true I spaced out during the training for the finals. But it's actually because of the history of school violence. Although it wasn't the only reason.
혹시
Was there another reason?
그래.
Of course. I'm such a delicate person. Around that time, I had a serious issue at hand. His son doesn't remember how he got through the training for the finals. There seems to be something other than the scandal, but he's keeping his mouth shut. Shoot, now, I'm not sure if I should tell it or not. Haesung carefully chose his words. No, I'm not telling. Why waste time if you're not gonna do it anyway?
뭐? 왜?
It was loading. Any problem with that? How can you ever comprehend my delicate heart?
아직이지.
I still can't get the hang of it. I'll begin to talk when the time comes. Oh, they got a little smiley. Blue. Okay. Okay. You've got 3 things. Oh, 4 things. Okay, let's go with the staff list.
아직이에요.
They still haven't confirmed the number of staff.
그랬었는데.
I thought it would be quicker than counting the audience.
왜요?
Why?
그거야.
Because they all worked here. Seal stared at Dooyeon for a moment.
도윤이 형.
Could you put a bit more thought into it?
Hmm?
About why there's a delay in confirming the list of the staff survivors?
네.
Yes. Do you know why things are going the way they are? I have no idea. I'm not sure, to be honest.
정말요?
You don't know? Are you serious? I'm sorry. This is my honest answer. I'm not gonna lie. Dooyeon stared awkwardly and Seal nodded. Thank God.
그래요.
You didn't have to know about it since you're one of the contestants. I might have been offended if you lied about it.
그런 편이죠.
There are different types of staff members. We have temps and some workers from partner companies. It's not as systematic as checking the audience when they enter. I see. I didn't know. That's just how it is around here. It's just that I feel bitter about how they treat the staff. It's easy to check the number of survivors from the audience, but more difficult for the staff because the exact number of temps and subcontractors isn't clearly known.
네.
Playing favorites? That came up sometime after the preliminaries.
그랬었지.
I'm not just talking about the amount of screen time given to Haesung. They didn't take any action even after the exposure of his past.
그거야.
There were too many people during the preliminaries. The production crew tends to focus on the contestants who stand out.
인정해요.
Well, there's something I should admit.
그래?
Admit what? I can't deny the fact that the show was favorable towards Haesung. It's not like that now.
그래도
But it's not like that now, is it? It seems that he didn't get any favors after his school violence was revealed. Oh. It was late already, fuck. I knew from the beginning that he would get in trouble. How would you know that from the beginning?
100%예요.
Just by looking at his face. Or by talking to him. Haesung is not fit for the talent audition. Still, Se-young had to take him under her wing. Well, she deserves such a piece of blackmail, but let's move on to the next
근데
topic.
그게
There was a weird romance scandal right after the preliminaries, right? But at the time, the girl took all the blame and was eliminated.
그래.
Yeah, I remember. She eventually disowned him after his past was exposed, but she should have done that earlier. I felt like he had been neglected since then. You're right, he betrayed our trust. Seal said that Se-young deserved blackmail for her favoritism towards Haesung, but the exposure of Haesung's violent past made her abandon her favoritism. And then this one.
그게요.
Oh, are you talking about the blackmail?
어?
Did it actually happen? Seal scratched his head.
사실은
It's true she received blackmail. The sender cut letters from magazines and pasted them on paper. Well, she'd done a lot of things in the past, but this was new for her. But as you know, this one was very controversial. She received anonymous blackmail right after the finals began. She had done many things in the past, but it was the first time she received blackmail.
아시겠어요?
You know about the rankings, how many minutes of footage, song selection. People complain about all kinds of things. It's got nothing to do with the collapse or Se-young. I got carried away and said something stupid earlier.
그래도
But if it was blackmail about the show,
도윤이 형.
Dooyoung, think about it. What would you do if you received blackmail?
그런 것
She had
같아.
no choice but to ignore it. Running wildly would only prove that she'd fallen for it. Maybe that's what the sender wanted to see. Seal slowly nodded after staring at him for a moment.
그렇죠.
That's the show's official stance towards these threats and blackmail. You said Ina received a letter from an unknown source, right? The production crew responded in a similar way.
그건
She told me herself the wording was a bit different.
그거야.
Popularity or not, she just went. But it was the same reason after all. I don't think there was any reaction.
한마디로
If she appears to be in a rush, it will just make the sender happy. She needs to come out, looking sharp as usual, so as to show his action had no effect on her whatsoever. That's why Se-young ignored it. Are you saying it's irrelevant to the fatter account that's been acting out? I believe so. Seal confirmed that the blackmail Se-young received was composed by cutting and pasting letters from print media. Oh wait, he's got more shit to say.
어떻게?
They appeared out of nowhere and started stirring things up. You can tell they're trying to create commotion just by looking at the username.
대체
Why did they have to come out at a time like this?
어쩌면
That's the wrong question. They came out now precisely because it's a time like this. If they're not worried about getting embarrassed or criticized, this is like the best timing. Why would they get embarrassed? Nobody can figure out who they are in the first place.
그렇지.
Right, they have nothing to lose. The clamor triggered by the anonymous account. We just have to endure
내
it. They're out of
생각은-
control.
그래.
I agree, although I'm really pissed off. If we take action, we're falling for their trick. People will think we're pathetic for arguing on fatter while being stuck down here.
만약에
How Sung might go at it with them. I hope not. How Sung was on the other side, nervously jerking his feet. I don't think he'll behave rashly since there was an incident earlier when he used fatter.
아무래도
It's inevitable that people like S. Se-young are acting up in chaos like this. Since the response from the show is naive and hesitant, the mass media gets overheated and people get excited. We get contestants like His Sung aiming to rebound, and we also get anonymous accounts seeking attention.
그럴까?
Are you saying we're in a situation where troublemakers can't be avoided? We'll just have to wait for the situation to sort itself out so that the troublemakers will disappear.
그래도
I think they're almost done checking the audience.
그래.
I know it could have been a disaster, but they're still checking the staff.
그건
I think it's more complicated. It doesn't seem logical though. As for the show, the staff is supposed to be the family, right? Are you saying they should take care of the family first? Not always.
아닌 것 같아.
There are families worse than strangers.
맞아.
That's true.
솔직히
It's probably a good thing now, but nobody came here. I'm no different, but you're in a different situation. Because I was a disgrace to my father's family. Yu-hyuk shook his head weakly. You heard the interview, right? He said he was ashamed to have 2 jokers in the family and just hung up.
그래.
It was too much. Was that really necessary?
아니야.
He wasn't pretending to be mean. That's just how he thought. No one from his family came to the venue to see his performance. When the staff visited his uncle, he complained that his family had produced 2 jokers. I didn't mean to talk about family. Dooyeon felt awkward after hearing Gi-hyuk's downcast voice.
알잖아.
Eating together makes you family, I guess. All masquerade members thought we were family.
그럴지도.
I know one thing, that they were inattentive towards people they worked with.
아무래도
The number of audience gets checked accurately as they entered the building,
그렇지.
but the staff includes part-timers and contract workers. Treated them like disposable tools. Now that I'm in this mess, I can see it more clearly. I wish they would hurry up and confirm the staff list too. So you can just talk. Okay. Well, he's got shit to say.
그게요.
Background checks.
혹시
You guys conducted them, right? Seal fiddled with the bag strap.
근데
What
그게
contestants told us just wasn't enough.
어?
Why is that?
그거야.
They tend to massage their stories to make themselves look better, and there wasn't enough info. For example, his son didn't mention anything about his criminal record.
대체
How far did you investigate? Seal's eyes quivered for a second.
사실은
We didn't do it directly.
그렇다는 건
That means
그렇죠.
we hired agencies. She made it this far by carefully walking the line of legality. Despite her success, public opinion about her was mixed. You left it up to outside organizations? We had too much work with little time. Because the info provided by the contestants could have been distorted, the show collected more data by using other methods. Since the show staff was already so busy, they hired background check agencies to carry out the work. He's got a shit ton of information. You don't work with the agencies anymore.
어?
Did you gather enough info?
아니요.
No, there was an issue. Hasung, for example, it was ridiculous. The staff began to complain because one of the agencies was making too many mistakes.
그렇죠.
We didn't even pay off the entire balance because it was their fault.
그러면
Didn't the agency file a suit? If you didn't pay the balance, you violated the contract, right?
네?
I'm surprised you would ask me that. There were conditions when we signed the contract.
그렇다고 볼
Both
수
sides
있죠.
had to take responsibility for the mistakes they made, and there was also a clause concerning confidentiality.
그렇다는 건
So they just called it a day? Happy with the previous payments?
그 말은
If there's a dispute, the agency has to refund the full amount.
아니
It's pretty serious if the agency was hired.
그치만요.
It was also stated in the contract for contestants. Entrust the show with a decision, and don't hold each other responsible for incidents that happen during the show. That's unfair, though.
아무래도요.
Sing-young needed the ingredients. I know it could be a very controversial issue, but I think it was a necessary evil for the show. It was necessary. I can't believe I'm arguing Sing-young's side right now. I guess I began to resemble her as much as I hated her. Seal hated the producer, who was always looked down on him, but ironically, he liked her way of doing things. He said he took after her in some ways while still hating her.
한마디로
Anyway, as you said, we just ignored it. That's how we got this far. Contracts with background check agencies were terminated after some controversy surrounding Haesung's past, but confidentiality clauses will likely keep the agencies quiet. Interesting. If I get more information... Okay. I guess she's gonna be the one to tell me the last bit of information. Okay. Oopsie.
역시
You saw how other guys got attacked. There's a similar logic. Planting a seed of suspicion in the ground of truth that's either been revealed or speculated on. Truth and suspicion.
그런가요?
The National University Gyu-hyuk graduated from, doesn't it offer all kinds of scholarships? Maybe they just wrote whatever they could think of.
내 생각엔
This is pretty clear compared to other rumors. Or he could just deny.
그건
It's up to Gyu-hyuk to decide whether to give an answer. You wouldn't even feel the need to explain yourself if you're so innocent.
그래.
Right. He should do that when he feels like it.
난
Without even knowing it, I spoke like a B-star staffer. You can just say no, whether it's true or not. To speak about myself, my own will must. Ju-young mumbled to herself while staring in one direction.
왜일까?
What do you think Gyu-hyuk is thinking now? If people start to believe it, it will be accepted as corruption or dirty play.
아마도
Considering his personality, he'd probably let them blabber on.
분명해.
Se-young is obviously waiting for a very specific response. They were hostile to Yu-hyuk for depriving someone else of a scholarship when he himself wasn't experiencing financial hardship. Someone disclosed Yu-hyuk's unfair receipt of a scholarship. He faced severe criticism that he stole a scholarship from a poor student when he's already rich.
네.
The intended response can already be felt.
그치만
But there must be a strict policy concerning the college affairs. I don't believe it.
맞아요.
Yu-hyuk is not that kind of character.
도윤아,
I'm surprised you used the word character. I guess the show got to me. Right, we've agreed on the rules of the show after all. It is absolutely foul play if Yu-hyuk received the scholarship on the excuse of financial hardship. No. They found the right time to post a groundless rumor.
결국
I think they're trying to talk about your...
알아.
I know. Ji-young dropped her head and paused for a moment.
그래.
I did work as a barista. I didn't think it was necessary to mention it during the interview, and I just let it slide because the show didn't talk about it either. Coffee? Yeah, I like drinking coffee. Why didn't the show talk about this? It's been exposing all the other matters from the past.
글쎄.
Well, only Seung-young knows the answer.
근데
I'm surprised you didn't ask.
어?
Huh? About what?
그게
I thought you'd ask me about how coffee and panic attacks don't go together.
그건
It's... People tend to ask me first because many people know about it.
난
I've been enjoying coffee since before I started having panic attacks. I hadn't worked for a long time after leaving Beloved, so I decided to work at a cafe when the job was offered to me. Do-young wanted to point out that it was different from the relationship between coffee and panic attacks, but he decided to change the subject. Ju-young, worked as a barista while taking time off and revealed that she's a coffee lover. Her haters claim that she's phony, trying to get more votes because coffee aggravates panic attacks.
혹시
You said it had been a long time, but still no one recognized you? Sometimes people ask me if I was Ju-young from Beloved, and I said no. I told them they were mistaken.
Huh?
Are you saying you pretended to be someone else?
그래.
I even asked the manager to give me a different name tag. No matter how much time went by, people continued to criticize me, so I wanted to deny myself.
근데
But I guess I couldn't fool everyone. Since it's resurfacing like this. It's true that Ju-young worked as a barista a long time after she had left Beloved. She even wore a name card with a pseudonym to hide her identity. Let's see if... Well, we can move on, but I want to see if there's any... No! God damn it.
그건
God damn it. I don't think it's a groundless rumor. They knew more than what was revealed through interviews.
그래.
And I don't think they're psychic. I guess the others were surprised too.
그랬어.
I can't remember if I mentioned it or if maybe they heard it from somewhere else.
그러니까
It made me reflect on what I've said in the past. I had a feeling that there was some kind of Maganat line. I felt drained when they showed the interview with our friends and families. Yu-hyuk gently stroked his tie knot. I didn't know I had so many friends. I had been a homeboy for... Oh! I had been a homebody for quite a while. They even dug into the subtle nuance of every detail.
그럴 거야.
Do you remember that vague clause in the contract? I'm pretty sure it's all related to that. They tried to dig as deep as they could to make us as popular as possible, on the condition that we should keep quiet about it. I thought that was gonna fuck up, because I think if you, like, ask something that they really don't like, I think it fucks up the stuff. So I want to make sure I don't accidentally ask. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. Because I know it's gonna be a shit ton of other stuff to do. Holy moly. Yeah. We move to the thing. Get me out of the game.